Hey, y'all, watch this.
Welcome to another episode of the Jersey String Band podcast. I'm your host, Alex. We got
Captain Pat Walton.
Captain Pat Walton, and our very special guest today is
Megan from Duffy.
Megan from Duffy.
I thought it was Megan from the Mum Picks.
Mum Picks?
Yeah,
Chicks with sticks. Chicks with sticks, yep.
Yeah.
Is that a Facebook group?
Well, no. Every year they do a close up on your face in full makeup.
Mummers Photos.
Yeah.
Every year, the guy Marvin finds me. He's been doing it since I think 2016. Every year. So he actually won an award for the one in 2017, our fish year. He won an award for it.
For your photo?
Yeah. It was
Did you
crazy.
get any residuals?
No.
Well,
But it's fine.
Her face won an award.
He ought to give you something for it.
Oh, yeah. It's fine. I get a free good photo every year.
You helped him out.
Is he? I know he has a big. I know I see him on the street. He takes plenty of photos. I see him out there New Year's Day, everything. But it looks like he's right there in your face.
Yeah, he's really not. It's all the camera.
It's probably the big old
300
lens or whatever, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about that stuff, but
Yeah. No, every year. It's guaranteed to see what Meg looks like on New Year's Day.
yeah. The makeup every year is phenomenal. So it's
Yes.
the combination of his photograph and our makeup. It's great.
So let's talk about this year. Let's talk about that. How do you guys think you executed on that, and just your thought on the whole thing?
I think every year it's different. I mean, every year you try to prepare the same way. You try to put on a great show, and you rehearse. And obviously the adrenaline's going, and obviously it was windy, so that was a big thing this year. But I think overall we put on the show that we were proud of, and that's really all you can say is we were proud of it. We put a lot of hard work into it, and yeah, I'm just really excited to look forward to next year. Really excited about our theme. Something a little different for us, but I am really excited to see how it'll play out.
Talk about it's going to be like a music room, or
Yeah. I don't know too much about it, but music room, music store. So kind of instruments coming alive. I guess I'm not 100% sure.
That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, that's
kind of what I'm picturing.
Got to be something creative.
I just want to see your bass fiddle come out, play himself. Be in a full bass fiddle suit, just bump, bump, bump.
Yeah, just. Could you imagine?
That would be hilarious.
It would.
I would love it. I would love every minute of it. I think I'd be laughing at it.
I'll pitch the theme committee some ideas.
Yeah.
Are you in any committees or any kind of? Are you part of putting the show together in that aspect of things?
Not really. I mean, I work closely with our music director to kind of get some drum ideas down, and our music ranger, just some good ideas down. But mostly, I just whatever vision they have, whatever they want to hear, kind of just try to go for it and see what comes off of the stick. So.
There you go. See what comes off the sticks.
There you go.
I like that.
I'll coin that one.
Yeah, don't give our drummer any idea. His head's already big enough.
No.
I love him, but his head's definitely big enough.
Yeah.
Not as big as mine, though, but it's there. So.
I don't get nothing for that.
Nah.
I do. But
I open the door and you just don't kick it in. I'm waiting for it.
No, it's not going to happen right now.
The joys of two brothers.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. I'll get it tomorrow.
At the association meeting. I got more people out there that can.
Yeah, you got more people to
appreciate
take your back. Yeah, there you go.
not that you won. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
talking about the brothers. I know how it is with being in the same band as my family. Mm-hmm. Your family's kind of sprinkled throughout.
Yeah.
What's that dynamic like at Thanksgiving dinner? You know what I mean? What is that?
It's pretty funny. Obviously my brother was in Aqua. My cousins are still in Aqua. Now he's in Avalon. Me and my mom are still in Duffy. So it's kind of cool. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day is always interesting. We're showing each other, just some ideas and what we've been working on the past few months. It's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting to see the takes on, because I have images of what I think they're gonna do and skits or whatever they're gonna do, and it's kind of cool sometimes to see what they do before everyone else does, and kind of give my feedback on it. And it's cool. It's definitely a different dynamic in different bands. Definitely.
Well, I thought you were going to say something.
No, I think it's kind of cool. I mean, I love doing it with my brothers and everything here. It's good there, but I can only imagine, like, I mean, not the holidays aren't special enough, but just to have a little inter-family rivalry.
It definitely gets you excited, more excited than it usually does. Like, obviously, you guys are together, you guys know the show that you're putting on, but it kind of gets me more excited to look forward to New Year's Day now. Like, okay, like, now we're locked in. Like, Christmas is over. Like,
yeah.
But, and I'll give my brother Bobby some credit. Like, he'll write an arrangement and he'll be like, what do you think for the drums here? What do you think here? Or what do you think about this and that? So he kind of likes to spitball ideas off of me when he's writing arrangements for, whether it's Duffy, he does a few of our arrangements, or some Avalon arrangements as well. So it's really cool to be in a house of mummers.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's
interesting because like I said, I know us here. I don't know what it's like to kind of compete like that on New Year's Day.
Yeah, I mean, is
there a lot of like shit talking?
Oh yeah.
Like afterwards. Oh yeah, look, we beat you by this.
Oh yeah. Well, we never beat Avalon, but it's always funny because Bobby, I think his first year with Avalon was their jungle year. I think that was 22. I think, and there was camera was right on him, block Christian, and all the pictures were just of my brother. And I was like, really, you couldn't give Christian, a little bit of time to shine there, and he was playing accordion, and he played bells for a little while, and I was like, you really just had to outdo yourself every year, right? Like, you got to pick up more instruments.
Christian gets his.
Oh yeah,
his
yeah,
due.
yeah. He does. He does. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I thought you were going to say something.
No, I agree with you 100%. And those two when we were at the association meeting, the last association meeting, those two together were pretty funny.
Oh, they're hysterical.
Yeah, Christian's fun.
We had to teach your brother how to properly serve. When he comes up, like, listen, when one needs one, that means you bring around.
It's the rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Or give it a little shake.
I heard he ended up bartending. I was like, oh, that's not good. That's not good for everybody. They're going to be either waiting a while for their drinks, or they're going to be served too much. Who knows? But
no, it was a desert for a lot of the after party, or the after meeting. Not an after party. It was kind of just an after talk.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but we got him going.
Oh, absolutely.
We got
absolutely.
Him
going. Yeah. Time flies afterwards.
Yeah. So you play percussion for Duffy. How did you? When or why did you pick up the drums?
It was kind of funny. So obviously Bobby joined Aqua back in 2008. So at the time, Duffy and Aqua were sister bands, and all the wives and sisters and all the girls were in Duffy and all the guys were in Aqua, and they kind of cornered me and were like, "Come on, come play! You got to join." So I joined in 2010, I think, and I kind of just walked upstairs, and it was either because I played trumpet in high school. I was like, not allowed trumpet, so it was either the drums or dancing. And I looked at Phil Anastasi. He was playing kind of like a mini kit, and I was like, I think I want to do that. Like, that looks really cool. So they were on a break, and I always say hindsight is ironic because I walked downstairs, I was talking to Katie, and she goes, oh, what do you think? And I was like, I think I want to play the drums. And she goes, oh, do you want to talk to that guy? And I'm like, it was like I met like Saquon Barkley or something. It was like, you know him? And she's like, that's my husband. And I was like, oh my God. So I met him, and obviously went on from there. But hindsight is ironic because now, since 2017, I took over for Phil, and she's now my bass drummer. So it's
there you go.
It's really cool. Yeah.
She's an awesome person. And she
is.
always makes everything out like, oh, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
she's
Very positive person.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially when I'm stressing out about music or
that's
something
easy.
or other, and she's like, "We got this. Relax. It's only June, or it's only October, or it's only December 31st. It's fine. It's not. We're not in front of the judges
yet. It's okay.
Yeah.
Time will fly.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Sometimes when you're not.
Yeah. Sometimes it just flies.
That's for sure. Yeah, it's already. Well, this will be coming out in April, but I can't believe 3 months have gone by already since New Year's, and
Yeah. It feels like yesterday.
it just it just feels like yesterday. We're drilling every Saturday, every Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday night, and
Yeah.
I can't believe it's already like
all the Christmas parades.
here.
Well, my personal opinion is I think with the Eagles playing as good as they did this off season, our Mummer off season.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, it was always Mummers, Eagles. That's usually what you had going on every Sunday, and it never felt like that Sunday ended until.
It definitely felt good watching the Eagles though on a Sunday.
Yes.
after January 1st, after I could breathe for a little while and actually sit down and enjoy the game at home, and it was definitely. It's definitely weird this time of year. Like now we're getting back into St. Patty's Day parades, but January and February we're like, what's going on? What's everybody up to? Is
Right.
everyone still around? Like,
And then there's that lull in the summertime. Obviously, where all the bands are getting their music and getting their show. That happens behind the scene. No one really sees.
yeah,
There's not really any kind of, other than 4th of July, we're not really doing anything. Maybe combo jobs here and there, but as far as parading and all that, there's a few Mummers events in there sprinkled in, but that's really kind of where the summer, I always feel like that's where the show starts. For New Year's Day.
Yeah. That's when everything starts to really ramp up, because at that point you have your drawings, you met with your costumers,
You have all the ideas
the arrangers
already.
going. You're listening to recordings, you're updating drawings, you're getting prop ideas set up, and I like that time of year. It's fun.
and it's warm.
Yeah.
And it's warm.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
I'm the warmth.
Me too.
I got enough insulation. I'm good for the cold. I enjoy the cold.
I run hot anyhow, but I like the warmth better than the cold. It was up to me.
I can put more clothes on to get warm. There's only so much you can come off. Sorry to put that in everybody's head.
I don't know how I can blur that out or keep it in mind.
Okay.
Insert Steve Speedo. So you in high school, what did you play?
I was trumpet.
Your trumpet?
Well, I did it through like middle school, and then because I joined Duffy when I was 10, so I was even before high school. I did marching band for like a hot minute, maybe, and then we were doing the boardwalks down the shore on Wednesday nights. So I would be like, I want to do string band. It's more fun.
Yeah.
It's only once a week. And it's not marching band hell week or whatever. During the middle of summer, it's But I had a lot of fun, and then I just transitioned just to percussion, and it's been ever since.
When you get the New Year's music, like what, as a drummer, what are you trying to piece together? I guess to start out, I mean, obviously you're listening to music and trying to figure out where the drums meet the music. Like how do you put all that together as a drummer?
Yeah, I mean, I think the easiest way to say it is just like talk with my music director and my drill director. Like, what do you have vision here for the music or movements that we're going to be doing? And then kind of if there needs to be like a break or whatever needs to be incorporated, then I make sure that that's in there. Mostly with our music arranger, because he wrote it. He has a vision for it. Yeah. He understands what's going on in the show, and just trying to really just learn it. I've been loosely learning how to read drum music, so that's kind of helping me. It'll help me a lot this year. But I've been doing a lot of that and just trying to work with our arranger, music director, drill director, and just trying to see what vision they want and see what I can, see what make work.
Yeah, drum music is very rare in the string bands.
What does drum music look like?
It's regular notes, but it's different. I'm not a professional, but
like I know, like for we have chords, and I know I can see the chords, but like, it's still written out the same? Like
but it's I think different instruments. Like a snare would be like on a different a different line, and then you'd be okay. Then your cymbals hitting here, your bass drum's lower, so it's like below the scale. I don't know all the ins and outs yet.
Right. Okay.
I'm novice now, but
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I know. I've been hearing drum music lately. People.
I mostly use it for rhythms. I'm not really paying attention to where it is, on the scale if it's not. But
it's the same idea
for rhythms.
With
for
banjo,
rhythm purposes,
where I'm just looking at the notes. I mean the chords.
Yeah.
And then you can count the notes.
Yeah.
But I guess it's kind of the same thing then.
Yeah.
From what you're saying.
Mostly just rhythms. Trying to, because doing it by ear sometimes is hard, but sometimes when you have it right in front of you, at least the rhythm of what like scaled down should be, and then you can add on top of it if you need like another auxiliary percussion, instrument or whatever. But at least just to get the rhythms down of what the vision is from the arranger. So.
What's the most difficult part of that? Learning that music.
Making it flow. Making like when you're playing transitions, making it flow, getting tempo set the right way. Making it flow. That's pretty much it.
As long as you can make it flow, you can make it.
There you go. Yeah.
Sound good, huh?
Yeah, you try. I mean, it's hard sometimes, especially when you're on your feet. After you learn the music, and now you're on your feet, and it's a whole other.
Yeah,
whole
it's
other
definitely.
animal.
Yeah, the music is different when you get up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all learn it. We all first learned it sitting down, but then once you start getting up,
it's totally different.
And then when you start moving with it,
it's
like three different. Animal. There's 3 different aspects of our New Year's Day music that I don't think people realize.
Yeah, because
aren't in it.
You can play it perfectly sitting down, but once you start moving and in the cold, it's.
Yeah.
And with props and with your costumes, it's like there's different. So you got to just kind of learn to, and that's why like sometimes I'll like play when we're sitting down. I'll have something, and then I'll like when we stand up when we're starting to do drill, I'll play it and I'll be like maybe I should, because of now me standing, it's going to sound different. It's going to be different. So maybe try to have a couple other ideas in my back head, like in the back of my mind, and being like okay maybe this will work here instead of. This would work when I was sitting down, and it's not working, on our feet.
Yeah, you drummers have one of the hardest jobs with musically for the band because, one, you never stop in a parade.
Yeah,
absolutely don't stop because you play the song, and the song gets over. You're running the street beat to keep the beat going, to keep everything going. Everybody else, they get to stretch their hands, they get to relax, they get a drink of water, or, whatever. You're still just going along, and then on New Year's Day, you're the heartbeat of the band.
Yeah,
you're literally driving the band. How fast you play, what tempo you keep, is going to dictate where the music is going to go.
Yeah.
So
that's the hardest part, keeping my adrenaline down.
Yes.
The whole day on New Year's Day.
Oh
yeah.
Because my adrenaline goes up, the tempo goes up, and then it's like. So trying to keep my emotions and my adrenaline under control that day.
Then you're hurting, you're winding out your horns and all that. They're trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know how our drummer cut 10 seconds off a performance.
I think I cut about the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like we'll be so close. Like we'll time our drills and we'll be so close to that 4:30 mark, and then New Year's Day is we're like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah, it's always
we look
like
at the clock and we're like, they must have started at
because like eventually we get into like
it's always like that.
Eventually,
always.
You get into the sweet spot at drill. Okay, we can give or take here and there.
Yeah.
And then New Year's Day is completely different because, like you said,
it's always different on the street. It's always
it's the adrenaline. It's we're.
I think there might have been one year that I was like right on like my target. Like I think it was 2018. I think that was the one year. And I think Farmer year I was pretty 2023 I was pretty on, but every other year I'm a lot of seconds short from the target was. So I mean it's always different, but
as long as you're short, not long, it's okay.
Yeah, that's what I say. As long as it doesn't say 4:32, we're all good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because unfortunately, you control that. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, as much as everybody else wants to go, hey, it's like, hey, you got to move, and you don't have an easy job, and you're human just like all of us, and we're all ramped up and excited, and if you ran 10 seconds faster at drill, everybody's going to notice. But New Year's Day, when you're done, it's just like, yeah. And then you get to the end. It was 4:20. It was 4:18 with no penalties. I'm like, what? We were at 4:24. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'd rather be 4:18 all day.
Do you? I know our drummer kind of writes notes or times about where he wants to be at a transition of a song or something, whatever it might be. Do you do anything like that?
Not particularly. I might do it like in my head, especially like when we're playing through it, and there's a lot of times I'll talk to Katie and I'll be like fast or push it or whatever, like way different like little code words or like kind of signals. But it's mostly like, okay, if I know that and the easiest is to look at the clock on New Year's Day and you're like, okay, like, we should be already at the banjo solo, but either speeding up certain parts of the routine that, you give a little leeway to during rehearsals. But I don't like write anything down. It's mostly just like as it comes kind of thing. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I ask, because I know what we do. I know what our drummer does, and maybe some others. I'm just, I don't know, curious on how people go through the show, because like for me, I'll even write myself notes, like if I did something in practice and I'm like, I'm writing this down. I have a little like black notebook, and
like when we're doing like sectionals and we're breaking down each section of the routine, it'll be like, okay, I'll talk to our arranger and I'll be like, okay, how fast do you want it? Okay, this is 120, and then we're going up to whatever it is, and I'll try to get there, and then we'll work back from that. Like if it's not supposed to be there, or if it's supposed to be faster, slower, but it's always a work in progress. And then another problem is too, when you're doing it over and over and over again, it's like muscle memory. So you play it a certain way, and then it's supposed to be slower or faster. So it's all kind of just getting it right and getting it. So it's.
Yeah, because by the time New Year's Day comes around, you're a couple hundred times into it.
Yeah. And then I forget it, and then we listen to the tapes, and then it's in my head for another month and a half. Over and over and over again.
Yeah. It's funny. Do you find it hard, like, to go to sleep? Because like you'll just hear that this one section of a song.
Yeah.
It's even like to this day, like I'll be like, why am I hearing this right now?
Yeah.
It's over with.
I think I could probably, and not to toot my own horn or anything, but because I play it so much, I think I could probably play. If I've snare drum since 2017, I could probably play 18, 19, 20, 18, 19. I wouldn't say 20. I would say 20. I could probably play them all. If I listened to them a couple times, I could probably, because you just play it so much, and it's like, probably just do it. I don't know why. I just, even when we're watching like mum tapes or something at the club or at home, I just literally I catch myself playing the snare part to it. So it's
That's interesting. Yeah, I'll go back and watch, and not that I do it, but if I do see one of our performances, I'm like, okay, now I remember it.
Yeah. Like there's some people in our band. They're like, "What did we do in 2008?" I'm like, "Candy." What did we do this past year?
That's the thing about mummers. We don't know the years. We know them by
themes.
Themes.
It's always themes. Yeah.
And the worst part about it is, like, It's 2025. This whole year we're going to be doing 50s, and everything's going to be concentrated on 50s. And we're not doing it to 26. And that's what we did in 26. It's just like, okay, we're one day into the year, and that's what we did for the year.
Yeah, it's so confusing to see, like, or try to figure out how many years I've been in Duffy, because it's like you join 1 year, but then your first year is technically the next year.
I know. That's same thing. I
try to sit down every time. I'm like doing the math. I'm like, how long have I been in this? I don't even know.
Then you're like, okay, I've been doing this for 12 years, but 11 parades. Well, how does that make any sense?
Yeah, it doesn't.
No. Because now we have to minus a parade because we didn't have one because of COVID.
Yeah,
so now that
was such a weird New Year's Day. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Was it 2021?
Yeah,
right?
I didn't.
No, we didn't have one 2021.
Yeah, 2021 we didn't have a parade.
Yeah,
we met at the clubhouse in our suits that we wore the previous year, and we went through music outside and had like 10, I think it was like 11 o'clock. We met at the fire hall outside, and we told the whole neighborhood, come on out. We're going to have some fun. We're going to play some music.
Yeah, I don't think we did any of that.
We did that.
I don't think I remember that.
Yeah.
But we probably did.
Yeah, we did that New Year's Day.
We didn't do anything, which was so weird.
It was like, I think we met for like 11 o'clock, and then I think we were done by like 12:31, and we just played outside for the neighborhood. That's when we were at Greenfields. It was something to do. We had a good showing that day.
Yeah.
But
I mean, at that point, we're like, what? Is this ever going to happen again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it was so weird. It was. I just remember being like, what do normal people do on New Year's Day? Like, I don't know.
Normal.
Hold on. Let me tell you this. Before we joined the Mummers, you were watching the Mummers. So what I did afterwards was go home and put the parade back on from the previous years and watch.
Yeah.
We had the parade on all day. I felt so weird.
Oh, that's right, because they played them.
They played the greatest hits.
The greatest, yeah.
And they played, I think, one from us and one from Broomall or something like that, because we only had one at that point.
I mean,
so
at that particular point, things were a little different.
Yes.
So
yeah,
but
it was something, at least something to keep us in everybody's memory. So,
talk about Jake a little bit.
Jake, that guy.
What was, obviously that first year was an emotional thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just the way, just seeing him grow up and to become the captain that he's become. I mean, every year he gets better, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Talk about you guys' relationship and his relationship with the band in general, and just being able to march behind him. Yeah,
I mean, I always had a thing with Teddy when he would be in front of the band and turn around and be like, smile. Why aren't you smiling? I'm like, I'm playing drums, Ted. I don't know. But Jake's becoming exactly like Teddy. Like, every year he's getting better and better. Obviously, he's a great dancer. We all know that. He's a great kid, but I think as a leader, as somebody he's getting older, right? I think just every year he's just getting a better leader and being able to just become more like Teddy. I mean, honest to God, I mean, he's got Teddy's humor. Him and I have the same little things in parades.
Yeah, we never got to really enjoy Teddy that much.
Yeah.
I never really met him, but I think just by talking to Jake and having conversations with him, he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Absolutely, absolutely. He's like my mom brother, him and Foley, they're.
Oh, Foley's great too.
Yeah, I remember. I used to babysit them. I used to babysit Foley. So it's like.
Okay.
I can't believe how big he's doubled in size since I met him. It's just amazing. Literally.
Yeah.
He was 4 foot. Now he's 8 foot.
What's
it's
not to go off from Jake, but Foley's really, he's in it.
Oh yeah.
He's in it big time, and he's gonna be one of those ones that people talk about, I think.
Oh yeah.
He's an old soul.
He's
as well as Jake.
People now talk about Foley, so it's he's just, and if you have any question about what some band did in 1980, whatever, Foley knows. He knows.
He'll tell you everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Even though he wasn't born yet.
Oh yeah.
He knows everything. Mm-hmm. And it's cool. I like it. I think it's awesome.
And Foley too. I mean, Foley's becoming, obviously they're both the same age. They're both getting older, but he's really become a great leader and a great, everyone looks. I mean, he's the youngest banjo player we have, but everyone looks up to him. He's a great banjo player. He's a great, part of his section. Great member. He's great ideas about everything. So
it's funny because after the banquet, went over to Frailinger afterwards to hang out a little bit, and he's at the bar. He goes, "Alex, the best mummer podcaster in mummers." I'm like, we're like, there's two of them.
yeah,
there's two. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
But
God.
I had a good conversation with both of them at the December association meeting. They had some questions there was some rule questions that we had with each other, what our thoughts were with each other for different things. But it was really cool to have a good conversation with both of them, and we had a chance to understand each other on something that we both disagree on.
Yeah.
But we both all three of us walked away fully understanding where each other stood and respecting that.
Right.
And those two are like peas in a pod. I mean, they're perfect for each other.
Yeah.
Especially for leadership for your band.
Big time.
Yeah.
Going forward, that's going to be a strong duo.
Oh yeah, it already is. I think.
Yeah, at the brigade serenade, I was like, Jake, we gotta get you on a podcast. He goes, I'm not really a talker. I said, well, what'll get you on? He goes, if you get Foley and I will come on.
Yeah.
I said,
you gotta do it, and then you gotta block out like 4 hours for them.
So,
like they're.
Well, yeah, I was like, well, we probably would because he's in college right now. He's out of college, so it would have to be
playing baseball today. So
yeah.
So Foley and I talked about coming to the club and probably doing a podcast with those two whenever they get an opportunity.
Whenever you have a free whole day.
Yeah.
Because those two, when you get them together, they're a comedy show. They really are.
Yeah, I know. I've witnessed it firsthand. So those two, like they are going to be a good team together. And I think that's for Duffy, for really the
Parade and Tone.
This whole
vision.
Lifestyle in general, to have that youth. That is in it. It's important.
It is, yeah. Especially for us. I mean, all of our members. I mean, our oldest member is Uncle Jack, 87, I believe. So he's our oldest member. And I think, I don't even know who's our youngest member, but it might be one of them too, Jake or Foley. So it's just crazy that they're coming into their own. Like they were the kids, they were the boys, and now they're the young men who are really stepping up and really making a difference, in the clubhouse. And they make it fun. They do make it fun.
And they have that pride, which is, what I mean. That's I don't see them. I mean, I don't see Jake going anywhere. I don't really see Foley hopping around anywhere.
No.
I think they're lifers.
Oh yeah.
And that's really refreshing to kind of see.
Yeah.
People like that.
Yeah.
It's nice to see youth in any band, and especially youth that's willing to take on a leadership role. Mm-hmm. So it's without younger members, the band's not going to live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the hobby's not going to live.
Yeah. I agree with you all the way.
So, unless we all make it like one big giant band, which we all can't agree on that either.
We did one day.
One day.
Yeah, that was special. It was really cool to see that video at the banquet.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Any other instruments you'd maybe want to pick up? Just drumming.
I always say during the hot parades or during the long parades that I wish I had picked up triangle. Much lighter.
You can still pick it up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sure.
No, because
the crash cymbals.
Grab the drum. Get the drum. No one else wants to carry it.
I try every year. Every year, I'm like, can someone else play trap for me?
We need more cowbell.
I will play the cowbell gladly. No, I think I like I like my situation now. Playing trap. Obviously, Katie and I have been drumming together since 2017.
Talking that the drummer and bass drummer are really kind of like a team.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah,
I mean kind of already a little bit, but talk more in depth on you guys' relationship.
I learned early on when I played with Phil that like it's so important to know, and I think Phil and I did a great job when I first started. That I would know when he would fill during a song, or for whatever during a routine or whatever. But I think it does take time, and I think that Phil and I play so similarly on a snare drum that Katie's been listening to us for so long that it's easier for her to pick up on when I'm going to do a fill and when I'm not, or during a transition, what's going to happen. So I think Katie and I have, and it's we know each other. Katie's one of my best friends, you know what I mean? She's been at every single one of my life events, that I've ever had. So she really knows what I'm going to do sometime before I know I'm going to do it, and even like knowing when I just need a break. Like I'm getting overwhelmed, something's not working right, just calm me down. And so her and I work really well together, really, really well together.
Is there anybody that ever, like, if she can't be there, is there anybody that fills in?
Yeah.
Is that weird? Is that like that?
No.
You don't have your partner there with you?
I mean, it is weird at times, but I feel like it doesn't really matter. I mean, I can't do maybe the same fills, or I'm not as comfortable, right? Because obviously Katie and I were a duo, but it's still, I just go out there and play. You know what I mean? It's we do a street beat one time through to see how I play and how the other person responds, but it works out. It works out great. And Katie rarely
No, she's a lifer too. So.
Yeah, she rarely misses a parade, and if she does, she'll let me know. And either I don't have a bass drummer that parade, or like for Atlantic City we were in last week, our bass fiddle player stepped up and played bass drum for me.
I'm sure he'd rather carry the bass drum than fiddle.
That's what I said to him. Like, after this,
was it 3 miles long?
It feels like
good night.
I mean, the crowd is good down there though, so it makes it worth it. Heard, but it's like it sometimes just feels like going and going and going. And you're like, when does this thing end? But
the good thing about the boardwalk parades is there's not up and downs. It's flat.
Yeah. The only thing was the wind, but what are you gonna do? But as soon as you get in the buildings, between the big buildings, on the boardwalk, it's fine. So.
Yeah, just as long as you don't have a breeze off the water and.
Yeah, it really wasn't bad once we got moving, but it was stop go, and that's what killed it was stop go every 20 feet.
We had the same problem this past weekend.
Yeah,
but
wind. The dreaded wind.
Yeah, it's fun though. I enjoy it. The crowds are great. I love entertaining people.
Yeah,
so much fun.
I mean, Atlantic City, even last year, it was raining. It was so miserable out. Crowd still came out. Still came out in the rain. Like it was nothing. Like it was like, it's just water, And then this year, it was a beautiful day. It was even more people than last year. A lot of people that I knew, a lot of my friends were down there for the day, and the crowds really make parades. Really.
Yeah,
they do.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's so hard doing those parades when you're walking and there's one group of there's one person, or there's like 3 people sitting underneath a tree while it's like 100 degrees, and it's just like, where's somebody at?
Yeah.
Or like there's no one on a sidewalk, but they're up on their porch, and like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's even the one parade we did a few times where they put us on a float. I don't like that.
Same.
It's not the same.
I would love not to walk on a parade, but especially.
But it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. I don't think I would enjoy it as much as I do.
No, I did not enjoy it at all. I mean, the parade was great, and it was a 5-mile parade. But they had no marching units. Everybody, if you were a marching band, they put everybody on floats.
The whole parade was a float parade. So
Yeah.
but
it was just
the last year it was like negative 1,000 degrees.
it was a
That was not
Saturday after Thanksgiving.
That one's always cold.
That might have been that might have been worse than that 2-degree day or 7-degree day, whatever it was.
You couldn't see
It felt
anybody.
like 2 degrees.
Yeah.
That 1 year.
Oh, that was
That
2018.
2018. Oh my god, it was so bad.
That Bayonne was not. It was not Bayonne. Wherever it was up in North Jersey somewhere. The float parade.
Christmas parade. It's a cool parade because
It is neat.
The
but,
lights on all the floats and all that stuff
but
are amazing. But
when it's negative 2 degrees and you're on a float moving, it's not so great.
Yeah, yeah,
when it takes you a half hour to warm back up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold a wave, holding a hand warmer in one, and then once that hand gets completely numb, you get feeling back in the other one, you switch hands, and
You just keep swapping out. Yeah.
just trying to get it going. But yeah, no, it made it
What's your
interesting.
favorite kind of parades? Like 4th of July, Christmas parades, St. Patrick's Day parade. Like what would you prefer if you could parade all year round and do those parades all year round?
I would prefer 4th of July parades because we only do one, thankfully, not in costume. I like 4th of July parades, but with St. Patty's Day parades weather, like it is today,
I got
like
you.
cool,
Yeah.
like not too hot, not too
Okay.
cold, not too windy.
I like the fall parades. There's fall parades and some of those winter parades.
The early fall parades.
October.
I do like Memorial Day too. We do Bed Salem,
Okay.
and we don't do that one in suit, but we've been doing it for 40-something years, and we always stop and get Rita's.
Right.
I see the Rita's foot. I remember.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Rita's
Oh,
photos.
that's right.
Yeah.
You guys get the Rita's photos. I always see that.
Yeah,
Well, we've been doing Glassboro, and that was one of the ones that we got from Broomall that we carried over.
Oh.
And Broomall been doing that for
Years.
God knows how long. And they always go to Wendy's afterwards. That's their
Wendy's right around the corner. Yep.
that's their Memorial Day.
Get a frosty.
yeah.
You gotta get a frosty.
Yeah.
After the parade, we're in suit in that parade, so.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
some days it's hot. It always seems to either be very humid on the Memorial Day,
or
or
it
it
just
rained.
rained, and you're walking on the nice hot pavement, and you see the steam coming up, and you know
you're about ready
you
to
need
get
to
cooked.
you need to get
Oh,
a
yeah.
shower when you go home.
Yes.
Yeah. We need
Yes.
to jump in a pool like ASAP.
You need to let that suit air out for a week.
A week.
Inside out,
Yeah.
if you can.
Febreze that.
Yes. Even that don't help.
Yeah.
Sometimes they walk themselves to the car.
Yeah, no, the suits are great for New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I always tell everybody, suits are designed for January 1st, not July 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't breathe.
No.
No, not at all.
But it's so fun putting them on, though. I still love putting them on.
I have
Yeah, I love trying on our suits for the first time.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I have you know
Yeah.
marks from the sequence all over my hand.
Yeah, I swear
yeah.
I'm not suicidal. It's sequence. I promise you, the
I'm
scratches.
just a mummer. It's
they're-
fine.
These are not cut marks. They're scratch
They're
marks.
sequin marks. It's
Yes.
fine. I'm a mummer.
Yeah, the nice slice on my arm. Yeah, that's.
I know. Mine this year, I don't know where I touch, but it looks like it got cat scratches all over my hand, up top on my hands.
That's crazy.
I'm like-
This year's suit was a beautiful suit.
Yeah.
The hat was terrible with the wind, but it's the most comfortable suit probably I've ever worn on the street. Besides maybe my 2018 one or my farmer year, 2023. It was great. Besides the hat,
So, is that your favorite suit? This year's suit, or what's your favorite suit?
my favorite suit would be the 2018. I was a poppy flower.
Poppy flower.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's big.
I'll have to look that up. I don't know it offhand.
Yeah, it was comfortable. The hat was gigantic, but it was so light. Like it was insane. I wear that on like side gigs that I play with people if they ask me. Like,
Oh yeah.
let me take that hat. Let me take that suit. Let's go. Yeah, that one was a good year. suit wise, and obviously it was an emotional year, but
Right.
but yeah, so it was fun.
What? Well, again.
Yeah, 2018 was what, your Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
We did Alice in Wonderland.
We did ours, yeah. Which is that's my no, it's not.
That's one of
that's
my favorite suits. Yeah.
Although they weren't they weren't made for us. I think they were a brigade.
Downtowners.
I can't talk. A brigade suit,
Yeah,
But they were a Jimmy May suit.
a Jimmy May suit.
good. It's
It was a Jimmy May suit for downtowners.
Talk
so,
about not
yeah.
not breathing. Those
Yeah.
things.
yeah,
It's like putting on leather.
yeah,
But
yeah.
still, Jimmy May suit, it was nice.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah, I did. We did a combo job in Wildwood.
Yeah.
And I wore that because I had he wasn't able to go, so I wore that as a captain suit. And
then you wore it again for the
and
fall parade.
I was like, what am I doing? I was beat red. I just wanted to get out of the thing. But
Yeah, 15-minute combo in that suit is still killer.
but those are like mum suits. Like that's when I think of a mum suit is like the old Jimmy May,
Yeah.
all those intricate little piping all over it and.
Yeah, all the detail, yeah.
Like the bell bottom kind of bottoms up where your shoes covered over.
Yeah,
The feathers popping out of the
shoulders.
yeah.
I call them Power Rangers because the Power Rangers had those little. The Green Ranger had the thing on there.
Yeah. But no, that's good.
Yeah, those were those kind of suits are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song to play on?
Ooh. I'll have to give my brother credit here again. His version of "Get Out and Get Under the Moon." He wrote it for Avalon, so but Jake was actually like, "We need that. It's really good." So we started playing it, and I don't know why I love it. I don't know. It's just so much fun to play. But I think like traditional mom song, I would say 12 Street Rag.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a fun song.
But yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
My first altos hate it, but it's fine.
Yeah, for some reason, a lot of bands, some bands love it, some bands hate it, and even within the bands, some love it, some don't.
Yeah.
I love it. No, we don't want to play this, and we can't play it.
It's fine.
Because some do favor other parts and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just those who complain about it, they don't want to. That's their part. What do you mean you don't want to play your instrument?
It's fine. It'll only take like 2 minutes. It's fine. Just
2 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes.
if you play it 3 times, it's 2.5. But it's fine.
Boo-hoo.
We're gonna make people mad.
Yeah, it's easy for us because we're not using our lungs.
We're not. Yeah,
Yeah, we're not. I don't.
we're just normal breathing.
Even that, can't.
I got on the steps.
Can't breathe.
Leave me alone.
Are you nervous New Year's Day?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Always. I don't sleep the night before. I pace around the club. I go outside. I do laps. I put my drum together like 3 different times. Make sure it's like all tight and all the everything is in the right place and yeah, I'm a mess.
When do you calm down?
After we turn the corner.
After you make the right out of the judging area?
Is there like a spike as soon as you're done? Is there like that adrenaline spike that you're still like on that high?
Yeah.
And then once you're like, okay, I can settle down.
Yeah, I think it's funny. Every year we have a thing because my family, my mom's side of the family, grew up in Port Richmond, and they were big Polish American fans for years, and they'd sit there with the scorecards and every year.
It's a Polish American thing because mom does the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but they're
Port
big
Richmond
fans.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. And so every year now I call my godmother and I call her and I'm like, "What do you think?" And she'll give me an honest answer every year. But I think after I talk to her and like she tells me oh, this band was good, but you guys were great, Jake was awesome, or whatever that year came to be.
We got to put those sheets.
As soon as I hang up with her, that's when I'm just like, I crash and I'm like, oh my God.
We got to put those score sheets back out because I don't think we've done it in a while.
What score sheets?
They used to put out the like a blank score sheet so people at home can print it out.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool to do.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
Probably something we should recommend to the social media committee.
Yeah, I wonder who's on that.
Yeah, I don't know anybody on that one.
I don't know.
I'll do it. I'll talk about it.
Yeah, make sure you talk to those guys and make sure they know.
Yeah, that would be a fun thing to do because that's
TJ?
yeah.
Yeah, TJ, when you review this,
Oh, yeah.
I'll talk to him tomorrow if he's there.
I'll text him right after this. I'll be like, TJ, you need to get some stuff together.
Yeah, we're working on some things.
yes.
So, yeah.
No, it's see for me. Whenever I relax when there's nobody in front of us. So when the band in front of us pulls out, that's when I'm the most relaxed, because at that point, I can't help anybody else.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a little bit different position. You're drummer, so realistically, you're the heartbeat of what's about to happen.
Yeah.
I just need to react off of what basically you're doing, what the band's doing,
Yeah.
So at that point, the only person I got to worry about is me.
Yeah.
And I'm the most relaxed right then and there.
Yeah.
But I did get a kick out of this year with Alex doing some social media stuff with the recording, like our drummer recording that he did this year and different things like that.
Yeah, I remember doing that in 2022, our Candy year. Mm-hmm. That's how I remember that I can play the Candy year.
Yeah.
I remember doing it. Somebody in Duffy lent me a GoPro and I just strapped it right on and it was awesome thing.
I think Avalon used to do it every year.
Yeah.
Griff used to do it with
Rick Lowry.
Fralinger.
Yeah, Bobby Griffiths used to do it. Rick Lowry.
No one did it the past couple of years. I'm like,
that's good. So I don't think Bobby's playing trap. I think he went back to
horn.
sax. Yeah. Rick Lowry's. Okay. I think Rick's playing auxiliary if he does play still. I'm not sure, but
now the auxiliary I cannot speak.
Try it again.
Auxiliary drummer from Uptown had a 360 camera, and they did, and he just had it, and you can actually go on his YouTube, and you can like scroll it, and you can see the whole performance.
That's actually
from different angles.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not that tech savvy enough to figure that out.
Well, it's just one little camera. He showed me a picture of it. It's one camera that is kind of like a globe on it, and then it could just. It's just stationary.
That's actually sick, yeah.
And then you can go on your phone, and there's a YouTube does whatever, however he set it up. But YouTube has a thing where you can just like turn the phone, and then like you're in the middle of the performance.
That's actually cool. Really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So. But like I was getting back to, when he did that recording, and I was able to watch that recording, like I don't get to, as captain, I don't get to experience the celebration afterwards with you guys. Mm-hmm. I'm always pulled off to do TV right afterwards.
Yeah,
which is great, and that needs to be done for the betterment of the thing. But it's so nice to go and see like the immediate reaction. I mean, you still get the reaction. Oh, yeah, great, and everybody's all happy there. But like, just seeing the immediate reaction, and the stuff that should be censored and not censored that you can't normally play on TV. And
I did some censoring.
It was it was you did release the censored version.
Yeah.
But it was so cool just to see the pure joy of the after fact of the performance. That's something I haven't experienced.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have my own joy from what happened, but I don't get to experience it right away with the band. But it was nice to be able to see that.
Yeah, it's so cool. There's nothing like it. I know every year when we're walking off, I always like wave to the crowd and say thank you to the cops that are obviously by the barricades there. But and then once we turn the corner, I'm just like, I just go up and hug. I always hug my mom too. Like that's something I do every single year. I'll go up, give her a kiss before we go on and hug her afterwards, and then call my aunt, and then kind of go on and the rest of my band. But
I think. Is either your dad and your girlfriend, I think, was at the corner.
Yes.
I saw them.
Yeah, they were. they went
when we were parked right there to get onto Broad Street. I saw them hanging out.
Yeah. I was lucky enough. My dad's kind of retired now from Mums, but he did when my brother went to Avalon. He did 1 year with my brother, and then another year with me. And I think he took the first year off when he was 2022. He didn't do it, and then 23, our farmer year, he came with me. That was the first time in however long I got to pray with both my parents. And then last year he went with my brother, and then this year again he came with us. So it was good that my dad, my girlfriend, my mom, and myself were all together. But just waiting on Bobby Flaherty, man.
You're not the only one.
When I talk to him here,
Everyone's probably like, we need Bobby.
Where's Bobby at?
No, you'll send them back. Don't worry.
so you'll send them back to, or they'll send them back to you.
Yeah,
and
then I'll send them back to my parents.
Okay.
That's your problem. Yeah. Sorry, Bob.
You gotta love brother. You gotta love family.
Have you ever prayed with him? Same band?
No, ever. Like we've done gigs and stuff together,
Right.
but not. We did a couple. He would come down when I was in high school. He would drive me down the shore when we used to do the boardwalk parades, and he did a few boardwalk parades, but nothing like we weren't ever in the same band. Had an application in the same band and did.
Well, that's even more of a reason for him to come over.
See, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
At least 1 year.
Yeah.
I don't know if if you have to be a certain how your bylaws go, but come over 1 year, hang out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I would love for the four of us, or five of us with Elizabeth, but the five of us just to do 1 year and just be. I think that would be like okay, I'm done after this. Like I got to pray with my brother because I don't see him ever.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously doing his thing.
Especially that day, yeah.
It's so hectic. Like I can't even think about going anywhere else. I just but it's really cool. Like I see my cousins and stuff from Aqua. They come over. But yeah, I'd never see my brother. Never.
What does your girlfriend do in the band?
She just marshals. Yeah.
What's your mom?
Try to get her to dance or nothing like that, or
They're trying very hard to get her to dance.
Okay.
Very hard. It might be working. I'm not sure.
all right.
I don't know.
What are you gonna say?
What does your mom do in the band?
She's banjo.
Banjo.
Banjo, yeah. Yeah. She's actually in Ireland with Woodland now. Yeah, having
that's
a good
awesome.
time. Yeah. So she's they're doing all their stuff over in Ireland. But yeah, she's another one that she just comes when she wants to. She's like, I'm really not, because she'd have to take me to rehearsals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But she comes around when she can, and yeah, she just has fun. That's the motto.
About.
It's the motto of Duffy's. Are you having fun? You know what I mean?
It's a model with us too.
Yeah, you guys will see it tomorrow. It's on our wall. So it's
Yeah.
That's what it's about, though.
exactly.
Gotta have fun. If you're not having fun while you're doing this,
Exactly.
just gonna drive yourself insane. And it's so easy to do it anyway.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a place to escape everything.
Sometimes you need to escape from this.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes
Especially with some things going on here and there, whatever.
especially when your brother just drives you insane when he's out front. So
What do you mean?
I've chased you off the parade route once or twice.
Yeah, I quit about 17 times.
Yeah.
You're still here.
All right.
For now,
I don't have time to deal with it right now. I'll deal with it later. Mom come up to me.
This is what I
What'd
have
you
to
say
look forward to.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll deal with it later. I'm too busy right now. But
No, there's one.
it happens.
Just one time.
Yeah. Hey, nothing is perfect.
That's right.
Nothing is. I'm definitely nowhere near perfect. I'll admit that 100%. I don't care. I lose zero sleep over that.
I'm not saying I'm perfect.
No. Haven't met anybody that's perfect yet.
No comment.
Oh, you have.
Awkward silence.
I'm done.
That's,
I'm done.
yeah, but he can edit that silence out. It's okay.
Yeah, clock swipe. What do you look forward to the most on New Year's Day? Like, is it getting to the club is it getting on the bus to go down to Broad Street? Is it getting on the bus to come back from Broad Street?
It's oddly enough when we get Jake's prize as captain.
Okay.
Obviously the band isn't, it's important. And,
No,
but I feel like every year, obviously seeing him grow up, right, from 2018 to now, I think that he works his tail off every single year, making sure his suit is good, making sure I'm good, making sure drill director's good, Sharon and Peggy and Cheryl and Chot, making sure everything is together just like Teddy would every year. And I just keep getting prouder and prouder of him every single year, which I didn't even think was possible to be, as proud as I did last year when he got 5th, you know what I mean?
Right.
And, this year obviously getting 9th, but every year he just keeps getting better and better. And it's like, I always like to celebrate him no matter what, because he works his tail off. So that's and
he's a product of this whole thing.
Yeah.
It really is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
We have a couple of them in our band.
Yeah. So it's just really cool to see kind of full circle of how he's kind of grown into his own in front of the band and getting a lot more comfortable with, being that leader like his dad was.
Yeah.
Really cool.
It's noticeable.
Yeah.
Big time.
Oh yeah, he commands the street when he's out there. He's definitely one of the captains that command the street.
I was a little worried for him watching his performance because I'm like, how is he not tripping over that cape?
Yeah.
Because I
was worried about it too.
I'm-
Sammy did a good job on that.
I'm
cape.
watching him like
That
I'm like
suit.
yeah.
he's gonna trip over here.
He's jumping all the time. I'm like, oh my god.
I know you see
I
the
was
cape
worried
going
about
under. I'm like, oh man.
I was worried about it when he was coming out of the prop at the beginning. I was like, oof,
yeah.
I don't know how that's going to work. Because he put on the hat, our last Sunday rehearsal. And I was like, gee, that's huge. How are you going to fit through that, I think it was stairs or something we had. Or
Yeah.
whatever prop he came out of. I was like, I don't know how you're going to do that.
He came out like the Phantom,
Yeah.
which I thought was really cool. Watching that performance and seeing him, that red suit, that just
Yeah, that was
It was
a
a-
beautiful
the-
suit.
something that just you instantaneously knew he was in charge. He was the captain. And that's what a good captain
And it's funny, like
supposed to do.
yeah, a good captain is you're watching him, and you forget that's who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's getting better at that, and this year was the best I think he's ever been.
Yeah.
You guys like Denny transforms, Cade transforms. The Jimmy transforms. You know what I mean? So the best captains, you don't realize that it's them. You don't. I mean,
Yeah.
it's them obviously, but like they just turn into whatever that character is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jake's there.
Oh, yeah.
Jake's got that.
For certain he is, yes. Yeah.
Because like you see him from far. He's kind of like put together and like a little shy.
Yeah.
But then you see him on New Year's Day, and you're like, where is this kid?
He's a different character.
Yeah. He's
he's
a funny kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he commands the street, and he's really, really good at it. And you can even see that when he was a mascot with his dad. He was commanding the street. Because I remember when you guys did that haunted carnival.
Oh, 2016, yeah.
I remember standing out front with his dad and watching Jake go through the performance in the practice area because we were right behind you with Broomall. And it was just, even then we were talking, when I was talking to him, and he's like, hey, he's going to be a good captain one day.
Yeah.
So,
He certainly is.
He definitely is, but yeah, that was, he's always been somebody to command, even when he was little, like here.
Yeah.
So,
You kind of talked about Teddy a little bit. What did he mean to you? Like what? Obviously, he had that little smile thing. You know what I mean? Like, but thinking back, what his presence for you? What did that mean?
It was everything. He was kind of the glue that kept, the ship from sinking every year. Props wouldn't be done or whatever. Like he would always be like, relax, like kind of taking charge and being, that guy. I mean, our song in Duffy is Friends in Low Places.
Yeah.
And my Sweet 16, half the band was there and he was there and I got to do the dance with him in the middle of the circle. Like it was super cool. And I think he's just always been a believer in me, in drumming and going from bass to snare was something that he always was like, "You're good, you got it." Like, I actually remember one of my first parades with Duffy. I was 10 years old, and Phil was playing snare drum, and Teddy had the bass drum on him. And there's a picture of me playing the bass drum with Teddy holding it. And
I've seen that picture.
Yeah,
that's a cool picture. I was thinking that when you were talking about it.
Yeah, that's who Teddy was. He was always like, just do it for the betterment of the group, and whoever needs it, help them. That's who he was, and he's a really, really integral part of me kind of transforming into the drummer, the member, the mummer that I am. So it's really cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's good to hear. Now you got Jake.
Yeah, now I got Jake.
Who's doing the same thing and carrying on that legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So, future Hall of Famer, right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. There's no reason in the world Jake should not be eventually.
I mean, her.
Oh,
Megan.
me?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Jake? Yeah, Jake.
Duffy has a Hall of Fame. I'm sure he'll be in that one.
Yeah, I got another almost 10 years. Yeah, I think it's 25 years.
Yeah, but you know what, though? 10 years will disappear.
That's true.
It will be. Yeah. Yeah, how fast. I mean,
yeah.
We've
been in it since 2013. And it's been that long.
It's already 10 years. It's already 13, 12.
So
yeah.
The last show of shows in Atlantic City was when I pretty much joined up. That was literally,
That was 2013 on
2013.
New Year's Day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a couple months before that.
Yeah, so, but
yeah, they recruited my son, and then I came along, and
yeah, it's kind of the same thing with me and my mom. Like, she had to take me, and she was a dancer for 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15. She was a dancer for 5 years, and then she learned banjo for 2016, and then ever since then she's been playing banjo for us. So
time flies.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, especially in this hobby, because you're always thinking a year ahead.
You're always thinking about what's next. Yeah.
New Year's Day's done, and you're already talking about it. I mean, man, this year's theme we were talking about. I had conversations about this year's theme back in November of last year.
Yeah.
What about this? Oh, let's get through this year. Come on. Nah, this is gonna be fun. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's get this year done.
Yeah, let's worry about this year, and then January 2nd, let's worry about that.
All right, we're dwindling down here on this episode. Just want to ask you this one last question about when a theme, when you know what the theme is for that next year. Mm-hmm. What excites you about that? Is there or let's put it this way, was there one theme that you're like, oh yes, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to get this going. Let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah, farmers.
Why would that be?
I've always loved farmer themes. Quaker. I know Aqua did a farmer theme back in 2012, I believe. Mm-hmm. All the farmer themes out there. I just love it. It's just so fun. It's so upbeat. It's just always so fun and energetic and upbeat. And when we did it, 2023, I was like, let's go. I'm so excited. Like, this is going to be awesome. And it was everything that I thought it would be. It was so much fun. It was so upbeat, so energetic. And it was just a lot of fun. I just want to have fun. That's
it.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's a theme that you like from obviously seeing other bands doing it. You're like, man, that's really cool.
Yeah. It was one thing that I was like, that would be a cool thing to do. Where kind of getting my ideas and being like, oh, it's really cool that the corn on the cob Quaker did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool. But
you get to wear hay.
Yeah, and I was literally a scarecrow.
Yeah.
So that was probably my most comfortable suit.
Yeah.
Was the scarecrow? Yeah, it was. The hair was a little annoying, the little straw hair, but that was probably the most comfortable suit I've ever worn.
Didn't a local school make them for you guys, or was that?
No,
Maybe I'm thinking somebody else.
That was forget who made them.
I thought maybe, I don't know who I'm thinking. Maybe
No, I forget him. I forget
But
who
I-
made them that year.
I remember one of the bands.
Might have been Ralph. Was it?
I think it was Ralph.
Ralph
Yeah,
probably
I think
made
it was
them.
Ralph that
'Cause
year.
You guys were using right around the same time.
Yeah, Ralph did a couple years for us. Did he? I don't know. I can't remember.
They all blend together
But
after a while.
They really all do.
Yeah,
They really all do.
absolutely. So, all right, Megan.
Thanks.
I appreciate you coming up and joining us. I'm glad we connected back at Polish American and we were able to get this scheduled. And
it's cool.
So, yeah, appreciate
Thanks for
you coming
having
on.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on. And
Thanks, guys.
nothing but the best of luck going forward.
You too.
Absolutely. See you around soon, okay?
All right, thanks.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the bell. Smash the like. Whatever you got to do. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.